Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool, and this is Gems of War. And today we're going to be doing Amanithrax, finishing Journey, Underspire, and maybe some Vault preparation. We got the Vault event coming up next weekend. If you watch the spoiler, if you're one of the few, the brave, the proud, that watched the spoiler video already, it is, the Vault event is coming. Let me change my thumbnail. I actually made a thumbnail. Let's go out to the movies. Let's go out to the... Alright. Getting it right now. Mike D, Anya, how's it going? Hello. Mike's taking a dump. Hello, Anya. First B... Probably shouldn't say that straight off the top, but even though it's the Mike D version of it. Supernova's here. Courtly's here. Who else is here? Everybody's here. Let's do this. Let's get into Take My Tribute. I've been trying to do that more often. It's a thing you need to make a habit. Taking your tribute. It's gems. Look, 21 gems. You can get it every single hour. Like 20 gems an hour. So you can get like 200 gems a day. I'd say that's doable. 200 extra gems a day. How much is that? 1,400 a week. So you need. I know most people like me. If I'm not paying attention, I'll take maybe 3 or 4 or 5 tributes a day. But if I'm actually paying attention, I'll get twice that many. Get like 10 a day. And that's a lot of extra gems if you pay attention and do your tribute every hour. We got Tyrion, and we got Maka, we got Sane, Ali Bandy. How's it going, everybody? Alright, I got that. Save it. Now let's jump over to the chat-aroo. How's it sound? Does it sound okay? I feel like I fixed the audio issue, I hope. I feel like I did. I hope I did. Alright, refresh. Gotta refresh. 'Cause I'm fresh. 'Cause you're fresh. I went to the dentist. I went back. They were surprised I came back. I mean, they were like, good job coming back. I'm like, I know. I've been known to not come back. I've definitely been known to not go back. Especially I get the thing done that's hurting. And then there's always something else. And I'm like skeptical about it. And it's only a week or two later or a month later. And it's not. I'm like, most of the time, I don't want to go back. I got the thing done. They're saying I have other work that needs to be done. And I'm usually skeptical and I don't go back. I'm like, do I really need to? If the day comes. It depends how I feel that day, usually. Because I've been known to skip out on them. And not come back. But I went back this time. I was an adult. And I did it. Now I should be 100%, you would think. I don't know. I don't know. You'd think. I'm hoping. It was more eventful than the first time. The first time the most eventful part was waiting in the waiting room and the sitting next to the people and the moving when people got up and there being every single chair full and all that business. This time the actual chair action was a lot more eventful. It actually hurt. I had to get numbed up a bunch. My whole face was numb for like 6 hours after it. And it still hurts right now from where they put the needles into my... Because I had to do... Still hurts where they put the needles in, like, all over my face. Like, top, bottom, both sides. I can feel where they did it. And those needles aren't small. I never look at them, but you can, like, kind of tell how big they are. I don't know. I'm just saying stuff. I can definitely tell where they put the needles in, though. And it's still healing up. And it's still a little sensitive, but it gets better every day, so yeah. I'm hopeful. What do we got on the adventure board? We got some gems. That's cool. Let's do this real fast. While everybody realizes we're here. doing this thing. War Priest still, I'm so close. I'm level 90-something on War Priest. Once I get that to 100, I never have to look at it again. But I like to do it slowly alongside of other things. I will never just focus it down. I think that's a waste of time. Brush your teeth, yeah. Definitely do that. So I tell my kids, I say, brush your teeth. Some people just have genetics, though, that doesn't matter. Let's see what y'all are saying otherwise. So Mike D was first. Anya's here. Supernova. Courtly? Allie gifted a membership. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. You're running out there. Rag in your back pocket. Butt crack showing. The dentist's butt crack was showing, too. I'll have to tell you all about that. I didn't even mean to look, but I saw it. He's super old. Can you blame him? If I'm super old, my butt crack's going to be showing all the time. I'll tell you that much right now. Maka, Allie, Tyrion, Supernova, Sane, Florian is here today. Trey gifted a membership. We playing today, Trey? I'm down. Laura Grimes is here. Allie said, what teeth? Just the bottom back molars. That's pretty much all they ever work on for me. They tell me I have, like, the best teeth ever. They try to lie to me. Like, you have really nice teeth. And I'm like, yeah, but how come I'm in here all the time then? We got Chad. Been a member for 27 months. That's crazy. You're a crazy lunatic. We got Anya, Florian, Sane, Chad with the 2. Laura loves this game. I think it's good. I like it. I like it too, or I wouldn't be playing it for 6 years. Over 6 years now. That's how long I've been playing this game. For free. Totally for free. Just to show that you can. I don't think everybody should do that. I just think I like to show that you could. If you really wanted to, you could play this game for free and get everything. I just like to show that that's possible. I don't think that's for everybody. We need people paying for stuff, but I like to show it's possible. And that's what this channel's about. Showing that it's possible to play the game for free. Because I think some people out there think it's impossible. It does take quite a bit of time these days. The longer the game's been out, the harder it gets probably to play the game totally for free and get everything. Because the rebuttal to me saying I've played the game for free and I have everything, the rebuttal would be, yeah, but you've been playing for 6 years. You've been playing for over 6 years, bro. That's what my rebuttal would be to myself. And that's true. So that's probably why I have everything, because I've been playing for 6 years. But it's possible. Alright, let's go do the dungeon real fast. I'm going to do the rest of that adventure board. I like to say, don't do as I do, do as I say. I'm going to go do that. I'm just not doing it on stream. I'm going to try to like hit everything real quick in case this is not a long live stream. I'm going to go show everything real fast. That way I'm not like doing the faction for an hour and then I have to hurry up and rush and do Underspire and Vault Keys and Journey. I'm going to hit all of them real fast so we hit everything. And then we'll go back and wrap back around and do them all again. But dungeon, I need a perfect really bad. I'm tired of spending gems on this stupid mode that makes me mad every day. I'm so close to Diamantina, though. It's just a matter of time. What's going on here? Oh. So I'm probably going to buy this no matter what. So let's do it. And I have 428. I'm super close to the second ring. And then I need to buy the third ring and Diamantina. Let's see, how much does that cost? I always forget. Alright, let's see what y'all said now. Mike said first, Anya said hey, Mike's taking a dump. Supernova said hello. Courtly says I'm here, what's up? Maka says hello. Allie says here. Coffee with Sinny, says Supernova. Congrats, Tyrone. Congrats, Tyron. For the gifted. Oh, okay. I was confused for a second. Third time my gift went to Tyrion. That's awesome. It's a good place to go. We make him be a member. We're forcing. He wiped, but nothing. Mike wiped, and he didn't have to, he only had to wipe once. There was nothing. Supernova says audio sounds great. There's channels who audio is trash. Really? Oh, I know, dude. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about, bro. Laura. Allie says, what teeth? Yeah, it's just back. Let's see, can I... Which teeth are they? Let's see. Bottom, back. The furthest one back on both sides on the bottom. And one on the top. A filling fell out of one. I had one that was the painful one that needed a deep filling, right? That's probably going to need a root canal one day. And then I had a filling fall out from a previous dentist who was dipping in his own stash. So my super old guy fixed the one that fell out, which it fell out like right before I went in too, which is nice, I guess. And then I had another really small cavity that they just fixed while they were in there, I guess. I didn't notice anything, but you know how it goes. They just fix stuff. Florian said hello. Laura says, I love this game. Laura says, my dentist tells me to eat more sugar. I'm not helping him buy his boat. Yeah, I feel you on that. I think that's what it is. They just want you to keep coming. They want to fix you. They want to fix the same tooth like 50 times. So you feel like they're doing you a favor by Oh, I was gonna look at this. You feel like they're doing you a favor by just giving you a filling instead of a root canal, but that's because they want to give you a filling, then they want it to fall out, then they want to give it back to you, and then they want to tell you that you need a root canal now, and then they're going to do the root canal, and then they're going to tell you need a crown, and they're going to give you a crown, and then they want to just pull it. So they want to make sure they can get like 5 different things out of one tooth. That's how I feel anyway. Alright, what am I looking at here? I'm looking for... I need this. So I need 500 for that. I have this. Then I need this, which is another 1,000. So I need 1,000 Dragonite for that. And then Diamantina costs another 1,000. So I need 2,000 Dragonite, basically, which we have a Vault event coming up. I usually get at least 500 during that. And I need like another 1,500, and I'll have Diamantina. Which we could kind of figure out how long that's going to take if you look at this and you go, okay, well, I'm going to be buying 60 a day times 7. That's 400 something. Get about 500 a week, let's say. It's going to take me around a month or less, and I'll have Diamantina. By the end of September, I'll have Diamantina, y'all. So I can be like a cool kid. Chad just woke up. Trey said, for sure, bro, which character am I playing today? Whatever you want, man. I think the Cleric works the best, but I enjoy all of them. I think it's interesting no matter which one you play. The Rogue is fun. The Ranger's fun. Maybe we go in there and you can always switch. Let's go in there and just see what's available as far as group members. If there's a Cleric sitting there looking for group, maybe you play something else. You know what I mean? It's always a trap. It's always a trap. Never pick 2. If you're doing a strategy here, just don't make 2 part of your strategy. I can tell you that right now. I feel like 1, you should pick 1. And then 3 and 6 are pretty good. 2 is the worst. I don't know. I went with the bottom 3 for a while, and I never got a perfect. And now I'm going with 2, 3, 6, and I never get a perfect. I feel like going with 1 as part of your choices is a good idea, because that always feels like it's not a trap. Alright, we're done with Dungeon, done with Adventure Board. I might play those battles. I'm not going to guarantee it, but I think you should. And let's get into some real stuff here. Let's see how far along we are on the journey. What teeth, says Allie. One day we won't have to worry about it anymore. Mr. Grumpy TV, taking me 6 hours this morning to get all the rewards on the faction. I know, it takes a while. Especially if you're doing pure faction and deathless and everything. That's why I kind of skipped it this time. I usually do it But I'm going to make myself get to 500 in Amanithrax now. That'll be my punishment. I didn't have enough gems to do it. I've been spending gems. I'm trying to get Diamantina. You can only spend gems on so many things. You can't spend gems on everything, or else you're going to be spending a lot of real money. I'm spending no real money, so I have to make choices of what stuff I'm going to do. And I say this in every live stream, but basically I'm choosing Diamantina right now because I finally got the last dragon. It's not RNG anymore, so I'm choosing Diamantina to spend my gems on. So I don't have enough to also do Amanithrax to 500, which would cost like 2,500 gems. So to punish myself, I'm going to make myself do Amanithrax 3 times a day, every day, until I get it done from now on. Probably starting Monday or something. Alright, are we done or not? Hey, we're done. We don't have to do this. So this isn't, we're not a number 1 guild, we're not number 2, we're not top 5, we're not top 10. We are number 15. And how come these keys look like a wiener, by the way? That's weird. Yeah, we're just 15th on PlayStation, and we got it done. I think everybody can get it done. I'm not downplaying our guild, I'm just saying there's 14 guilds that are doing it harder. And we got it done, so... If you're on PC Mobile, top 20 should definitely get it done. If you're on Xbox, top 15 should definitely get it done. PlayStation, top 15 should definitely get it done. But let's run a battle just to show it, even though it's a waste of time, in case somebody's still doing it. Yeah, good job getting it done, Mr. Grumpy. Supernova says there are new dragons coming that might use Dragonite, maybe. Uh-oh. Sane says last day of holiday event. Laura says never had a cavity. Good job. Supernova says I had 4 straight perfect run dungeons this week. I always pick doors 1, 3, 4, 6. It figures that I get more PR when I don't need them anymore. Yeah, perfect, sir. So yeah, that's what I was saying. Pick door 1. Mike D says, Kelly, I love you. Kelly, Mike loves you. Mike with the 5, thank you so much. Are you going to be in trouble for doing that 5? Shiny wiener keys, baby. Hey, Laura says our guild is 80th and we finished it, so there's no excuse. I remember the strategy here, protect your babies. I'm still using the journey troop up top. I never felt the need to move it down. I understand, like, if you're super deep, it's probably something you need to do. It's kind of like Epic Trials, where eventually you move a useless troop up top. It's definitely a strategy that works. I never felt the need to. I've never lost my journey troop yet, but I only have like 10,000 points, 10,000 miles, so I did my share, but I didn't go super hard at it. So you definitely take skulls. And then I got hit twice in a row anyway, just to poop on my parade. We take green, not red. We cast, because we want to get up all the babies. There's the babies. Now we look and see, do we have any skulls? We don't want to get hit by those things. We don't, so we can cast a baby. There's skulls. We have to take it. You don't want to lose your first slot. Don't just cast babies without paying attention. Alright, no skulls, no extra turns. We can cast a baby. Yep, same thing. Cast a baby. Why? Because it's doubling our magic every time we do that. So we have 1,000 damage now. Every time we cast a baby dragon transform, we get extra. We double our damage. And that makes it faster in the long run. And once you have that accomplished, you cast all your babies, you go ahead and just loop and win. And that's how you do Journey. I didn't see anybody snitching on the forum. I love that. Shout out to the Gems of War community for not snitching on the forum. Just let me snitch. You know, not everybody's going to watch me anyway. They're busy riding in that stolen car. So they're not watching me anyway. So, you know, nobody snitched on the forum, and that's cool. I didn't see it anyway. I was looking at the forum this morning. Nobody was telling the devs, hey, guess what? You got a super OP troop in the... hey! No one did that, so that's cool. No run, go tell that's... The community might be one thing, but we're not snitches. Got no snitching on our foreheads. Tattoo. Alright, let's grab the Blinky. Somebody was complaining about legendary tasks on the forum, though. And I kind of agree, but you also got to remember legendary tasks are times 30. So anytime you get anything here, it's times 30 people. So let's say these 4 gem keys were for a legendary task, which I don't know. Well, you got to times it by 30. They're actually giving out 120 gem keys and 30 event keys and 3,000 souls. You know? So, doesn't seem like it's worth it sometimes, but you got to times it by 30 to see what they're actually giving out, because it's going to everybody in your guild. So if you get a mythic, that's 30 mythics, which they value very highly, so they're never going to change it. Okay, so what's the next most topical thing? Probably Amanithrax. I'm nowhere near finished. I'm probably going to be playing this all night. I got my initias on, yep. Okay. I'm just doing Phoenicia Magma Dragon, leveling my War Priest. I changed to Reflection of Good because the weapon I was using was making a green storm, which I didn't like, so I switched to Reflection of Good. I basically went into the weapons and I crossed out green, red, yellow, and brown, and I looked for a weapon that was explodey, and it was Reflection of Good. Ali says make sure to have all your Crystara cleared so you don't have to play them during the Vault event. It's a good tip. Mike is on the train, though, with Chad and Trey and Ali. Ali ran out there, rag in her back pocket, butt crack showing. Trey went out to help, grabbed that rag, started wrenching. Chad said, you gotta do this, and they fired it up. They started playing that Taylor Swift really loud, parking lot DJs, and Mike's like, let's go, and they start moving. Everybody, let's go, jump on, we're moving. I got to a point here where I'm not one-shotting, but we got Magma Dragon, it's fine. It's still pretty quick. I'll probably switch out of this eventually. It's working decently. We got 1.3, 1.2, 1.15. Let's do 1.3 first. Pizza time. Mike says she wanted cow. The down under area. Crystara's the up top area. The down under is the underworld. Wish once the guild did 10 legendary tasks, it up to mythic task. That'd be cool. They did the epic task thing. Nobody liked it at first. It used to be you would go from basic to legendary, right? And they added in a middle ground like an epic task. Used to be it would just go straight to legendary, I think. Now we gotta shoot 3 times. It's probably right around when you would switch to a different team, maybe. If you gotta do 3 shots. Cast Reflection of Good on Magma Dragon because we got a red-brown storm. That usually means there's going to be a bunch of red and brown on the board, so you might as well cast on Magma Dragon to make sure you hit something with a lot of gems on the board. 1.15, 1.2, let's go. Live Wire says snitches are like the kids who stick their tongues to the frozen telephone poles. Yup. I was really surprised because most of the time you're going to have some like know-it-all going there to show how much they know. Or a person that doesn't get it done, now they're mad, that they're jealous. There's usually somebody like that. I was surprised. They're probably not watching, though. We could probably do purple. That'd be nice. No? Brown's closer. There we go. Smarticool. Sinnycool Smarticool. Alright, let's get this one. Then we'll go do a little bit of Underspire. We'll hit everything real quick to make sure we hit it all. In case the track is short today. So normally I'll be playing like the same thing for hours and I'll forget that I wanted to show a couple things. And then I'm rushing around at the end trying to show something. So I want to show everything up front. This is what I'm using for Amanithrax. And I'm only on 13. It's going to take me a while today. I'll probably have to switch. We'll switch teams. We'll switch teams. I need something that gets it done faster. Alright, we got Phoenicia. Let's cast it. We have nothing. No green either. We can't, so we have to do this. I think we can kill him. Come on, stupid game. No! I didn't cast that. I hate when you cast too fast and it doesn't let you. It never used to do that. I'm pretty sure that's from all the new heroic gems. They make you pause for a second in between casts. As it used to be the travel time of the heroic gems. Have you guys heard about the travel time of the heroic gems? If you match like a web gem down here somewhere, it takes time for it to travel up to like the troop over there. So they had to put a little bit of a delay to give it time to travel. I forget what was happening. Something like, let's say you match a burning gems down, or it could be a web gem. Maybe you have web spinner in first slot. Or no, that wouldn't work. Let's say you have your hero with fire blade. So if the enemy's burnt, you hit for triple skull damage. What was happening was people would match a Bernie gem down here, and it would take time to travel up here to the troop, the enemy troop. And if it went too quickly, if you got like a cascade, like a skull waterfall type of thing, and your hero hit them with skulls, the burning gem would still be traveling to the enemy, and you would hit them with the skulls first, and it wouldn't count your triple damage to burning. Because it was like out of order. Stuff was happening out of order because it was taking too long to travel up there and burn them. Even though you matched the burning gem first. So they should be burnt before you hit the skulls. So the order should have been burn, then skulls, triple damage. Instead it was burn, hit them with skulls while it's traveling, then it burns them, and you weren't getting your triple damage. So I think they made a little like pause in between stuff. I guess I wouldn't. I don't know. It's what it seems like to me. I'm not sure. So I noticed it in Vault Event. Can't cast like immediately. What? I'll try to do it. Ah. No heroic gem probably there. You'll notice it though if you pay attention. Sometimes you'll try to cast and it won't let you because you tried too fast. Thank you, Chad, for the Discord link. If you want to hear me complaining, you can go join that Discord. Yeah, I need to switch something else. Let's see. Where are we at? We need purple. We're getting it up next turn either way, so we don't want to take purple. Let's do this. Now we choose Magma Dragon because there's a red and brown storm. Oh, we're so close. Alright. Got that. Should be the end. Alright, cool. Florian says 144 vault keys left from the last event. I have a lot to play. Dude, I have like 200 something. I was trying to play last night. I did like 100 last night. I'm gonna have to do like 50 a day. Pizza says I was so late in Journey, they said, F it, just leave the glitch. Or it was so late in Journey. Yeah, we knew they weren't gonna fix it. So freaking, what is that? Hold on a sec. There's a moth. Killed it. Sorry. Sorry to all the moth lovers out there. It was bugging me. It was flying around. Let's go red into brown. Bang. No problem, Sane. You help in many other ways. Remember, we can just like, comment, all that stuff, share stuff out. Mike D says, I will end every mother effer birthday. What? Mike says, how are you today, Cinny? I'm good. It's a world of difference when you don't have constant tooth pain. I feel like a new man. Because that's what was happening. It snowballs a little bit. At first, it's not constant. But that's me being an idiot and not going to the dentist. I should have went sooner. You know my feelings on that, though. It's because they screw me, they are annoying, they always find something else, even when you don't have nothing. But yeah, I was in the chair, by the way. I was going to tell that. I got back there and they just couldn't get me numb. So he was trying to grind on my tooth and I kept feeling it. You ever been sitting in the chair? With your mouth open? You got two people looking down at you. One guy has a drill in his hand. And they're like about to drill your tooth and then it hurts. And you're like waiting for it to hurt again. So you're sitting there like with your eyes wide open, like looking at the nurse like... She's looking at me like, you're just waiting for it, aren't you? And I'm like, yep. The dentist would go to drill. And it wouldn't happen right away. He would have to drill for like 3 seconds or longer. And then I would feel it and I'd be like, ah! My eyes would be like, ah! Giving them the look. Eventually brought back out the needles. Shot me up some more. And eventually we got it done. He said I was a good patient. Because I didn't like jump out of the chair or scream or anything. I just kind of went, ugh. Alright, well, let's see if we can find something that's a little bit faster, maybe. What do we have? We got green and brown. Usually High King Iron Gut if you got it. Yep. Let's scrap this team. Might do Leprechaun. Let's do this. We don't have Zul'Goth, right? So we can do CT. CT. Wherever it is. Curse enemies. Can't. Okay. I'll probably put my hero just to get class experience. What weapon should I do? Throw him at the bottom. Him at the top. And then just a weapon. Could just do Wand of Stars, I guess. It's usually an easy choice. You don't know what to do. We could do this. Might even do that. I could do Reflection of Good because we already got our curse. I might do that. Might go back to Reflection of Good. The wand's cool and everything, but it uses like a bunch of the same mana colors. And it's like a high mana cost. Do this. Guess we don't even... I don't know. I guess I'll go in the middle, just in case. Maybe we lose High King Iron Gut, we can at least keep CT. And banner... We want... yellow and brown. But what are we going to minus? Can we minus red? No. Well, let's look at red, minus red. Got yellow and blue, purple and green, purple and yellow, brown and green's not bad. We got 2 brown. I kind of like this idea. Let's go with this. I need to change to seasons, but I'll do that. Let's see if this team's any faster. Alright, Tyrion, we'll see you, man. Have a good one. 8-hour Pokemon Go event today. Pokemon. Calm down, second mic. We got 2 mics. Allie has over 200. Yeah, you don't like have to use all your vault keys. I just feel like it's a good idea, so it spurs you along in the vault of it. Now you put yourself behind the 8 ball. Now you backed yourself into a corner. You got no vault keys. So now you feel like you have to get at least like 300 or something. 200, 300, 400, something like that. If you go into the vault of it and you still have 400 vault keys, I feel like it makes you only... you get less. It's just human nature. You already got 400 you need to open, or 400 or more. Who knows? Maybe you have 1,000. Maybe you have 2,000. Maybe... If you go in with 300 or more vault keys into the vault event, I feel like it makes you get less. Some people. Not everybody. It does that to me. If I go into a vault event and I have 400 vault keys already, and I know I still have to open up 400 of them, am I really going to go super hard and try to get like 500? Probably not. I'm probably going to be happy with like 200. Because I already have 400. I don't know. It's just like, doesn't make sense, but it's how it goes. So I feel like the less I go into the vault event having, the more I'm gonna get, which ends up with being more in the long run. All right, what are you doing? Why don't you devour? Are some of these things like not devourable? Alright, come on. Do that. Where are we at? Come on. What you doing? Why are you taking so long? Supposed to be faster, not slower. You also got to give a team time. You got to get used to it. I was using the other team. I need to use this one for a couple playthroughs. And it could be faster if I had a 50% start class that was getting up Reflection of Good faster. 1.3, let's go. That moth was my wife, says Pizza Time. It's a Steven Seagal quote. Sane says, that's why I hardly go to the dentist. Depends. Captain Sue, how about using Draculus, Morthani's Darkness, the Ghost Queen, and Leprechaun? That sounds decent. I just need to level up. I'm trying to level a class, so I would have to take something off that team. And there I did the freaking stupid rookie mistake. It sounds like a good undead team. I definitely made that team up when Morthani came out. It's kind of like your first thought when we got Morthani, like Draculus, and let's do this guy. Come on, man. If CT would hit. This on this. There we go. That was way better. It'll go faster than that, too. Alright, let's see what it can do here. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em. The wand. Later, Mike D. Yeah, Allie, that's what I do, like 50 a day or something. Pizza says don't have remote passes for raids and can't raid outside Pokemon Go. Mike says I'm at 0 Vault Key right now, waiting for Vault Event next weekend. That's awesome. You're prepared. Pizza's sick. I don't know if you mean sick in the brain or like you're actually sick, but... Captain Sue says, try this fastest. Florian says, Todd Greenwood, the Empress Wand of Stars, the Foxfire King I use for faction, is funny. Sweet. Alright, let's go. Green. Oh, give me skulls, man. That'd have been perfect. Oh well. That was pretty fast, though, right there. Ooh, level 98 War Priest. That's why I can't use other teams. So close. Did you miss the dentist rant? I kind of started to tell it. I don't know if I went all the way through it. Alright, here we go, here we go, here we go. Okay, okay, okay. Come on, baby. Where are you at? We need, Alright, we got this. Alright, come on. Let's see how fast this one can go. Not even using any seasons right now. Or Anu. I should probably put those on. We got no green on the board. That's great. Take purple. No! Had to pick a poopy color. This? You can put brown on, sir. I'll take your brown. Come on. Get up, CT. Ooh, here we go. Kinda. Alright, we got both of them. We should be good. Clicky-clacking around like an idiot. Alright, let's go actually put our medals on correctly. And if you use the actual 50% start class, remember you would also go a little bit faster than I'm going. I'm like limiting myself. I'm putting on the limiter by using War Priest. Could definitely do something like Titan, a Brown Storm, a 50% start for your Reflection of Good. Make it go faster. If you don't have Hiking Iron Gut, you could use, I think you can use Great Maul. I forget. Alright, let's go. Leprechaun. Devour. Extra turn. Come on, dude. There we go. Couldn't get anything there, could we? What do we got? What do we got? Right here? There we go. Eh. We got 1.2. Sick in the brain? Oh, not sick in the brain. Okay. Leprechaun? Hi, King Iron Gut. Now, let's do this. And we got this. And we got that. We got this again. And we got this on that. And we got this guy. See, I like Zolgoth better because you have the skulls. This guy has 285 attack. Be nice to use it. $1.3. Efley's here. Mike says, was it Zacian where you get High King Iron Gut? I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Zacian. Leprechaun. Leprechaun. We got this. Let's do this first. Then we'll do this on this. So close. Yellow. Oh, they summoned. It's dumb. That's stupid. We got this. Bang. I like to do CT with the Reflection of Good because I know those colors are on the board probably. Alright, here's the boss room. They actually told me I'm good now. Like, I got a cleaning scheduled for like far in the future. The most interesting thing that happened was me, they numbed me like 1,000,000 times. And I can still feel the holes. I don't know what to say. It's tender. And it's still like, sensitive. Oh, I had CT, idiot. Let's do that. Oh yeah, I got them both, let's go, let's go. Alright, so we did, Journey. We did Amanithrax. Kinda wanna run through one more, but let's make sure we hit everything before the hour mark. What else do we gotta do? Underspire? Oh yeah, I left you guys the second boss to see. I'm on the second boss. That's usually my goal each week since I'm not spending gems on the Underspire. I'm spending gems on Diamantina and Epic Trials and Holiday events, so I can't also do the Underspire. I'm not rich. I'm not paying for... not spending real money on the game, so I have to like choose what I'm spending gems on. And I chose Diamantina, Epic Trials, Holiday event. So I can't do Underspire right now, but it's always going to be there. I could do it in the future. I'm not missing out on anything, really. A little bit of orbs, but I'll get them. I'll get them. This will always be here. Who needs like all their mythics fully elited anyway? You don't even use all of them. You get a certain amount of fully elited and you're good. You don't have to elite gold Amnesia. You know? You don't have to elite gold Death. You can do some legendaries, but... Alright, we got Huntmaster, of course. Looping them down. Easy peasy. Pizza says, just need a few more troops at Gold Elite for Zacian power level 28. That's good. I think isn't Zacian going to, the only problem with that is, isn't Zacian a green kingdom, so you can't really, like, I don't know. I don't know why you would use green deeds on a green kingdom that's not Zul'Kari. Hopefully you have Zul'Kari at 20. Like, I don't know how you got it to 28 without wasting deeds. But maybe you have Zul'Kari to 20 already. That's the hard thing about that kind of stuff. You can't take it back, and then people get mad because they already did it and they don't want to hear the right way to do it type of stuff. Not you in particular, but that's why I don't recommend doing 16 and 17 around everywhere, because definitely want to get a Magic Kingdom to 20 and then Zul'Kari to 20. All those extra magic stats instead of that tiny % tribute or whatever. I'd rather have magic for my whole account. Alright, we got the second boss down. I don't really need to go any further. It's kind of a waste of time for me. I could try to get to the third boss, but what am I going to get? Like an orange orb? I forget. What's the third boss give you? An orange orb? What's the other, like a gem key or something? I forget. It's nothing good, right? I don't think I'm going to make it to the fourth boss because I hit a bunch of dead ends. I only have 13 torches. Like, if I was super lucky, I could make it to the third boss and get me an orange orb. So I'm not going to keep going here. You saw the team. It's just Huntmaster Arboreus. Some sort of Huntmaster Arboreus team, whatever it is for you. It's the way to go. You just loop. I know Diamatina's tough, but if you never give it a turn, you should win. So just loop, loop, loop. Don't give them a turn. You should win. I'm not going to go further, though. That's fine with me. First boss, second boss, third boss is trash. I'm not going to make it to the fourth boss. No gems spent. So now I would do vault keys. Ooh, I have a epic. Oh, I just got it. And once again, we're leveling War Priest while we get this done. So not super fast or ideal, but tailored to my account. Doc Navy is here. Allie says I'm the sick in the brain one, though I was sick 2 weeks ago. I think we're all a little sick in the brain. Supernova says I'm only going to gold medal troops from the kingdoms, Magic Kingdoms first. Yeah, it is the last day. I already got everything, though, Sane. I could show it, I guess. That's a good idea. I got everything I wanted to get, at least. The Power Orb is like, you should get it, because it's cheap, and it's there, and it's available, but I don't really need them. I should have got it, I guess, since CT, and I probably have way less than I remember. Maybe next time I'll get that Power Orb. I actually got a Power Orb from a Vault Key, like yesterday, though, so I already got it. Guess I could have had 2, though. We're looking at blue to brown. We're looking at yellow to skull. We don't have either one, so let's just do this. And they did nothing pretty much. Let's just do this. And yellow to skull, blue to brown. Nope. Annoying. Come on. Why'd I match brown? I don't know. We need green. There we go. And okay. Sometimes it's slow. Sometimes, though, it's really fun and cascades for a year straight. That was a crappy epic vault key. I got Cedric as my reward from Cedric. Thank you, sir. You gave me a picture of yourself. What an a-hole this guy is. How self-centered do you have to be? This guy, for my birthday, gave me a picture of himself. For my epic vault key, instead of a reward, he gave me a picture of himself. What an a-hole. Who does that? For somebody's birthday, like my mom's, or not my mom, because she'd probably like a picture of me, but some random person, I'll give them a picture of myself for their birthday. That's what Cedric just did. But yeah, the Festival of Feathers, it's the last day to get points. You can still spend your points next week, but you can't get more points. Got 16 hours left. I already got the armor. I'm wearing it right now. I already got the pet fully ascended and bought a golden pet. And I already got Grim Feather. That's all you need, really. If you want to go and get the power orb, that's also pretty good value. Because you only got to spend, what, 50 gems a day for 7 days to get the power orb? Something like that. You might even have to spend, like, one time. You might even have to go a little bit further one day. But it's pretty cheap for a power orb. It's, what? I don't know. 350 gems, 450 gems, 500 gems, something like that. Pretty cheap for a power orb. I don't want it, so I'm done here. If I did all 3 battles right now, I would not have enough to get the Orb of Power. I guess I could buy another copy of this. I don't know why I would, but I could. Nothing else really is worth it. Let's just do the battles. I might buy some more golden pets. Because what else am I going to spend them on? Use them or lose them. This is similar to the team in the Underworld that we're doing. Once again, not the greatest, not the fastest, but it's what I'm using. Doc Navy, thank you so much. Welcome to the choir. Everybody must pray. We have a new sinner. So you need to pray. Put up them devil horns, Doc Navy. Appreciate you, man. Pizza says, I hate when Epic Vault Key is total crap. Yeah, dude just gave me a picture of himself. What the heck? But Doc Navy jumps on the train? You're probably back there guarding Mike D or Mike D shoveling the coal for Glorfindel today. So you're back there watching his back. Did not have our conversion. There it is. It goes right to the wand. Let's do this. You got this. Let's do it. Bunch of yellow, bunch of brown, gets up CT. CT? Bang, looping? Kinda? Not really. Got himself back up, though. And then we got the wand. Get it back up again. And that's what I've been doing. Ooh, I got my kill 100 troops for 20 gems. Nice. I guess I'll finish this out. See if I can get a couple copies of the Golden Pet for no good reason. He says, I use this channel so much it's worth it. I appreciate that. There's a lot of content out there for you. Some of the older videos, of course, stuff has changed, but some of the older ones still apply. As long as you're smart and know, like, hey, this is something that he put out 5 years ago and no longer applies, or, hey, this actually still applies, I'm going to use this. There's tons of content. 6 years worth. I don't remember when I started doing videos every day, but it was before everybody else. And now that's what everybody's doing. Almost every day, I guess. I don't know. I guess I do, right? Every day. If you count the live streams, I do Gems of War every single day. Monday, team videos, weekly preview, Tuesday faction event, Wednesday live stream, Thursday class event, usually extra video. Friday sometimes I don't because, like, it's a vault event or arena, but usually I do. And then, Saturday's live stream, we got spoilers. Sunday. I do a video every single day for this game for the last, like, 3 years straight. Alright, we'll see you pizza time. Hope you feel better. Feel better pizza. Go eat some pizza. It'll make you feel better. Sometimes you just need a little bit of grease. Grease them hinges. Alright, let's finish this up. Then, like, I gotta choose between... Amanithrax is sooner, so that's how you should always choose. We still have time to get our vault keys opened. Those are the two things I'm looking at that I need to get done. Vault keys and Amanithrax. But Amanithrax ends today, and vault keys I have till Thursday, Friday. So, I don't know though, I only did like one vault key, so we might do a couple more just to show it. Alright, come on. Come on, team. Don't be slow in front of the people now. That's what you tell your kids, right? When they're elbow dropping each other off the couch. You have people come over to the house. They light their self on fire and do a cartwheel. You don't act like that when people aren't over here. Elbow dropping the dog off the top rope. Ripping their mattress off the bed and riding it down the stairs. Anything to get attention for the company. Alright, so we got 367. I don't know. I guess I'm going to buy the stupid pet. Nothing else I need. Anyway. Grab tribute. It's been an hour now. 27, that's pretty good. And let's do a couple more vault keys and a couple more Amanithrax, and that might be it for today. I got to go play Everquest with Trey. Not till 2 o'clock, but also need to do some other stuff. We'll see. Anybody have any questions? You want to see anything in particular? Spoiler video's out. I don't know if anybody's watched it yet, but it's out. What do we got next week, y'all? The Vault event's the main thing. That's what I've already been talking about. We got a World event. Those don't come around as often. We got one. Spell damage medal. What was the kingdom? I already forget. The kingdom was... If I think hard enough, I'll get it. What was the kingdom? Poop. Poopy, poopy, poop. Somebody knows. Hellcrag, that's why I can't remember, because it's stupid Hellcrag. Get Hellcrag again. That's Chalcedony, Chernabog, Zenith, Geomancer, right? I feel like whenever we have a new kingdom, we have it like a billion times. When there's other kingdoms out there that we haven't seen in so long. You think, is anybody going to get anything new from Hellcrag? Probably not very many people. I know I won't. The new shiny troop's kind of poo. You can actually save some shiny keys. I'm pretty sure it's not that good. For once. We've had good shiny troops every time so far, except for the... You know how they introduced it, and there's like 30 troops, and it was Chris Turtle and a bunch of random troops. Come on, baby. I want a major glory. Ah. Stinky orange. Yeah, Hellcrag's not that exciting. But the Vault event makes up for it. We'll get a new mythic, too. New mythic. Remember that? New mythic next week. It's the first of the month. Bone Thugs in Harmony. What's the mythic do? It hits all enemies. It's like a choice. It's a choose mechanic mythic, I think. And one of them's to hit all enemies, right? He's like a knight with no legs. If you look at his troop art very carefully, he has no legs. I don't know if they just forgot to give him legs, or... You guys looked at the new mythic yet? I think they forgot to draw his legs on. He's just kind of floating. First thing I thought of when I saw that was the, I think it's Dark Souls 3. There's like an enemy that's like just a suit of armor. But that thing even has legs. Oh yeah, the 80% spell reduction, right? It all depends how hard that spell hits. And I'm not the best guy at determining, like, oh, well, it says magic, do the formula. And I have to actually use it first. I don't want to break out the calculator just to determine if a troop is good or not. It has potential, though, just because it hits all enemies. It might be something. A mythic that hits all enemies is always worth taking a look at, but the traits aren't good. The 80% spell reduction is cool. It's the highest in the game. But you don't want your mythic to be like its best thing is a defensive thing. You want offense. You want some sort of offensive trait, not a defensive trait. Especially one that only applies to itself. I mean, if it was like barrier to all, that'd be cool. That'd be okay. But just an 80% spell reduction to only itself. That's a lot, and like if the enemy's doing AoE damage, what's going to happen is you're going to have your mythic standing there by itself. He'll live a couple extra turns because of his third trait, but that's not going to help you win. That's going to just help him survive a couple. It's going to make your battles take longer. Do I have Diamantina? I'm really close. I don't yet, though. I'm totally free to play. It's not really easy to... It's hard, but I'm close. I don't know. Do you consider it close? I consider it close. Once you get all 6 dragons, I think you're more than halfway there. Because getting those 6 random dragons is the hardest part. Now it's just a matter of time instead of RNG. I got the first ring. I almost have the second ring. We just went over this earlier, but yeah. I'm over halfway there. It's just a matter of time. I'll have it by the end of September. Which I think is not too bad. I think I should have got it a little sooner, but the RNG was... that was the problem. It's RNG stacked on top of RNG. Whether or not you get a perfect dungeon is RNG. And then whether or not you pull the dragon you need 6 different times is RNG. Even the Vault event, if you get a Dragonite Gnome, is RNG, and how much it gives you. So I never felt like, oh, I'm not as good as somebody else because they got Diamantina and I don't. I just felt like either they spent a ton of money or they got luckier than me. Because it costs a lot. 200 million gold? Huh? All dragons gain 10% to their skills. That's true. Dragon's Claw dragons get 20%. Definitely something to think. I never really... The only time I ever really take that into consideration... Well, I think Diamantina is a good reason to take that into consideration. But back when it was Phoenicia, like a Suncrest week plus elementals, and you had like 20% extra to Phoenicia, that's the only time I ever even thought about that. Most of the time, when you make teams, the synergy of the team... you being comfortable with the team, the success rate of the team, is what I take into is like the main thing for me. If something has a little bit of extra stats that week, I'm not gonna like make a whole new team and try to take advantage of that 10% or 20%. I think it's better to have a bunch of really synergetic teams you could use any week instead of tailoring your team around whatever has more stats that week. I think you're better off in the long run just making a bunch of teams that you can use whenever, any week. But there are specific situations where you would look at those stats, and like Phoenicia example, which you can now do like Diamantina. So it's a good point, but I wouldn't like go around looking at pet bonuses and make teams out of that, or make a full kingdom team just because, or you're better off making a bunch of synergetic teams that are proven that you can use every single week no matter what week it is. That's how I play the game anyway. I'm never thinking like, oh, it's Dragon's Claw, I'm going to use a Dragon's Claw team this week. Or, oh, this troop has a little bit of extra stats, I'm going to force it into a team this week. Just telling y'all how I think about it. Some weeks it will pay off, though, if you do it that way. Most of the time, though, it's not worth it. You got, like, Blighted Lands and extra monster. It's like, are you going to make a Blighted Lands monster team? Probably not. Any other team that you've been using, you're comfortable with, you've been using it for weeks and weeks and weeks, you know it's good, it's synergetic, you're comfortable, you're good with it. It's better to stick with like the same teams than to like create a Blighted Lands monster team just because they have extra stats this week. Captain Sue's got the teams today, y'all. Appreciate that. Try them out, everybody. Let me know. I can't copy-paste from here, from where I am, from there to here, so I can't use them, but I appreciate the teams in the chat for everybody else. Makes the stream more desirable, I guess. Whatever you want to say. I like when people put teams in the chat. So then people can copy-paste them and go try them. Makes it more fun. Let's see. Let's just do this. And... come on, baby. Let's go. Where you at? Let's go. Come on. What you doing? And come on, stupid. There we go. Yeah, me either, Supernova. Never ever. I think sometimes they put, you know, like the other thing is like when they give you extra gold or extra trait stones or extra glory for using a certain troop, you should never do that either. It's like squirrel. It's like a red herring. It's like they're trying to confuse you, and I don't know. That's how it felt to me. It's a waste of time. It's better to build yourself like 10 teams, and this team's this color, this team's this color, this team's... or whatever. Here's my loopy team in case I need to loop. Here's my fast team in case I need to go fast. Here's my hiking ironcut team in case I'm doing something that scales super high up and I need to something that instant kills. Just make yourself a team for every situation, and then get good with those teams, using them every day over and over and over. Now you have 10 teams for every situation that you're also good with, and you've been using for weeks and weeks and weeks. Instead of switching every week, like squirrel, 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 just because there's different stats, or I might get some extra glory or gold for using this new troop, or... I've never played the game that way, and I probably never will. Sometimes a really good troop comes out, and then you like try to plug it into all your teams, or you try to build a team around it. But other than that, you don't really ever... Because then that team's no good after that week, too. So you're going to spend a couple days making the team, and then you're going to be able to use the team for like 3 days. And then when the week's over, that team's no good anymore. So I'd rather have something long-term that I know I can use every single week, no matter what Kingdom Week it is, or no matter what pets I have, or no matter what's getting a bonus this week. It's faster to just go grab your team and go, instead of like trying to make a team every single week out of a certain bonus. I need green. I don't see it. I could turn blue to brown. I don't see it. Yellow to skull. I don't see it. Awesome. Let's do this. Cataclysm, baby. Alright, this? Four times Festival Cow. Allie says I use the gold maker when it's available to up stats while class building. You can get gold way faster other ways. I almost don't even like saying that. On the weekly preview, I'll say, like, this troop gives you extra gold if you use it in whatever. Because I don't recommend anybody does that. You go use a regular gold farming team, you'll make more gold than if you plop that random glory shop troop on a team and try to get more gold. Because it'll be clunky and slow when there's already teams that are built to gold farm that are faster and give you more gold. It all depends how you're playing the game, though. If you like variety and you want to try certain... Yeah. It gets boring using the... I see both sides. It gets boring using the same thing every week. So if you want to have some variety and try to make a team out of the new Glory Shop troop to go get some extra gold... But you got to kind of know in the back of your head you're not really getting any more gold. You could go use your gold farming team and get actually more gold faster. You could go get trait stones faster. You could go get glory faster. It's never worth it in my opinion. To even pay attention to any of that stuff, except for very specific situations. Which I already gave the example, like Phoenicia. If it's a troop you use all the time and it has extra stats, then maybe you'll use it more that week. Let's do 2 more, then we'll go back to Amanithrax. Yeah, I'm not saying it's slow, I'm just saying it's slower than if you're actually using the best team in the game for gold farming, which is specifically built to gold farm. Or else that would be the new gold farming team, like... Crimson Fury, what's up? Yeah, if you want to just specifically do class, I've never do that. I never do that though. I find it my strategy is just to, like, right now I'm opening vault keys and I'm also leveling a class. I'm not gonna go like blow through Explore 1 with Rowan and level a class. I'll just use, if I'm trying to level a class, I'll just use it everywhere while I do everything. And it'll get up slow. It'll be slower. Your way's definitely faster. But it also takes time, and you're doing that. You're specifically doing that instead of something else. I'm opening vault keys right now and leveling a class. If I was to go to Explore 1 and do quick battles just to level a class, that's all I'm doing. And they got you doing so much these days. I mean, that could be your thing you're doing after everything else, and that's fine. Everybody has a different thing they're doing after everything else. And that's a thing, and you could... But you also said you had a bunch of vault keys to open. Yeah, do that. Adventure board, dungeon, vault keys, pets. Anytime you're doing any of that kind of business, you can use whatever class you're trying to level. It takes longer, but at least you're accomplishing things you're going to do anyway while you're leveling your class. I just don't like when people stop everything they're doing and they go level a class. It feels like a waste of time. Because what are you getting? You're not getting too much out of it. If you go level War Priest to 100, just a little bit faster, you're getting that little bit of extra tribute or whatever. Not War Priest, because that's a bad example, but anything. Like, I need classes in a lot of places. That's not one. But I don't know. Anyway, Broken Spire here, just like I was speaking about earlier. If I upgrade it to 16, that takes deeds. That takes Imperial deeds that I don't want to spend just to get extra, what? 0.25% tribute chance. So it's not something I'm concentrating on. It's not something I want to waste resources on. Because even if I get that done, and then we go to the next one, what's it going to have me do for the next one? Is it going to tell me I need a pet? Is it going to tell me I need level 17? I should go look it up, but I'm pretty sure it's something that's going to be another thing I don't really want to do, and then another thing I don't really want to do, and then another thing I don't really want to do, and then another thing I can't do, and then a thing that is impossible, and you're never going to get to the stat. So you're better off saving that Imperial deed for a kingdom that you can get to level 20 and then get a magic stat than to spend it here to eventually get stopped at level 26 or level 27 where it's impossible to go further. And all you really gained was that 0.25% tribute chance. Maybe you make it to 2,000 extra gold a day. I don't know. There's something else you're going to have to do to get there. And then something else to get here, another 0.25%. It's just not like the thing you're giving to get... You gotta see, what am I getting for giving these precious Imperial deeds away? And these red deeds and everything. What's the thing I'm actually getting? I'm still deciding whether to level pets. Use my glory orbs. I don't have a lot of glory orbs, so I'm still kind of deciding which place to do it in. But if I use a glory orb here, I get my tiny 0.25% tribute reward. So now I'll get extra like 2 gold or 25 gold or something. But I had to go use a glory orb to get that. So I'm making sure I'm using them in places, like specific places, and not just doing it all willy-nilly whenever I can. Because every kingdom's going to ask you to do that. And there's how many kingdoms? And you don't have 37, 38. You don't have enough deeds or enough glory orbs or enough whatever minion orbs to do all the kingdoms. So you got to kind of like do specific ones, like your magic kingdoms. Like I should probably do this, but then it's also like which kingdoms can make it. The only power levels that actually matter are 10 or 5, 10, 20, and then 30. Those are the only ones that really matter. That's what you want to get, the soft caps. So taking something to 21 isn't a big deal. Taking it to 22, anything between 20 and 30, you almost want to save everything until you know you can get to 30. Because it's shared resources between all the kingdoms. So if I go ahead and go to 22 on every kingdom, I'm now using a bunch of resources that maybe I could take one kingdom to 30 and get an actual +4 to a stat. You guys got to be careful. You don't just do it whenever you can. It's the same thing with like souls and leveling every single troop that you get to 20 as soon as you get it. You don't do that early game. Then you'll run out of souls, and then you'll be soul farming and wasting a bunch of time. You're going to run out of Imperial deeds. You're going to run out of green deeds. You're going to run out of minion orbs. You're going to run out of. If you just go do everything as soon as you can do it. Because they're shared resources. So I could do a bunch of stuff here in these kingdoms, but I would be using resources. And that's why I don't do everything as soon as I can. I can go to a random kingdom. I could do this right now. But I don't because I only have so many glory orbs. Or minion orbs. I could do this right now, but I don't. I could do this right now, but I don't. That's Imperial deeds right there. There's no point of doing this. There's no point of doing that until I'm also ready to do this. Because I'm wasting. No point. I could do this right now. I could probably upgrade every single weapon in the game, so it's not the same. But if you can't upgrade every single weapon in the game, you shouldn't do this one until you're ready to do this one. Because you're not getting anything out of it until you do both of them. Which is kind of the same thing here. To get to power level 24, you're not getting very much for it. So until you can get to power level 30, there's almost no reason to go to power level 24. Until you can do 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30, there's not a huge reason to go to 23, 24, 25. Look what you get and what you have to give. Stuff that can be used in every kingdom. So you got to make sure. Okay, I can go all the way to 30. I'm going to go ahead and invest. Because you can't get it back. Once you give it, you can't give it. You can't get it back. It's done. And that's why people argue about this. Because they already did it. They can't undo it. So they have to argue. They have to die on that hill. I don't have to die on that hill. I can do all this stuff right now if I want to. But I don't. Because I'm waiting. Being patient. I'm going to do certain kingdoms. Like magic kingdoms. And get magic stat. Instead of 0.25% tribute or 2,000 gold a day. Or you're throwing stuff down the toilet. Just because you can do it. I could do this right now, but I'm not doing it. I only got so many minion orbs. I'm still deciding which pets where. If I do it right now just because I can do it, that's one minion orb down the toilet. To get what? A 0.25% tribute reward in a random kingdom. I don't even know if I can go to 24. I don't know if I can go to 25. I definitely can't go all the way to 30, so I'm not going to do it. I know I explain this all the time, but still people go to 16, 17. They do it everything as soon as they can do it. And it's better to save and do like Magic Kingdoms or make sure you can get the soft caps. Instead of just doing stuff when you can do it just because you can do it. You gotta think of the larger picture, the long haul. and what you're really trading what for. I'm going to trade a major minion orb for a 0.25% tribute chance. Does that make sense? I'm going to spend all my Imperial Deeds to get 16 in every kingdom. And now you're going to be short when you go to try to get a magic stat? Does that make sense? What are you really getting? A little bit of extra myth stones? For what? Are you still playing Explore 12? You can do Vault Event. And the better way to do Vault Event is to not have extra myth stones so you don't get boss chests faster. Because that wastes your time while you're doing Vault. Unless you still need the Horde Mimic Mythic or something. But that's going to end one day. You're going to get it. It's going to be over. And now your Vault Event's screwed for the rest of your life. Because you did the 16-17 thing. Anyway, it's just a long-term way of thinking. It's like a free-to-play thinking about everything instead of just very specific. Ooh, I can do it, so I'm doing it right now because I can do it right now. There's shared resources amongst all the kingdoms. What was I doing? Let's do Amanithrax for a little bit, and then I probably should go. Let's finish. Let's do this one at least. Get to 200. All right, what are we doing here? Okay. I might have to do a lot later though. Trying to get all rewards. I don't know. I should make it. But yeah, just kind of like, just because you can do something, don't do it. That's how people need to soul farm. That's why you run out of souls early game. Every time they get a glory troop, they're leveling it to 20. Every time they open some chests and get a new troop, they're going to level it to 20. And then they're wondering why they need to soul farm. And then they're wasting time soul farming. Because they leveled up a random mushroom man to 20 when they're never going to use it. You're early in the game. Your souls aren't infinite. You need them for other things. You're going to get a good troop one day, and you're going to need those souls. You got to just remember, like, that's kind of like an overall strategy where you don't just blow stuff as soon as you can. You're going to need that stuff for later, for other things. You see some awesome shoes at the store, but you don't have money for your rent. Are you going to buy the awesome shoes? Probably not. You're going to need that money for your rent, for your car payment, for your phone bill, for your cable. Same thing in this game. You're going to need your souls. You're going to need your deeds. You're going to need your orbs for something else. Later, you're not going to have it. You're going to be like, I need a soul farm. Well, now you got to sit there and soul farm instead of doing something else. And now you're setting yourself back. Uh, 1.3. That's how I've always played, though. Like, the kingdom thing, I'm always thinking, like, what other thing am I going to need this resource for? Can I afford to do this right now or not? Will I be able to go further in another kingdom if I don't do this right now? Like, I might be able to go to 30 in a magic kingdom if I save all that stuff. Like, oh, I just need one more pet, and then I can go to 30 in a magic kingdom. So instead of blowing all my deeds and all kinds of other stuff, getting a bunch of kingdoms to 23 or something, I'm going to wait until I have enough to get that one pet, which is the only thing stopping me from getting to 30 in a magic kingdom. Then I have all those other resources to help me get to 30 in a magic kingdom to get a magic stat, which is going to help my whole account instead of getting a tiny little piece of tribute or a tiny little miststone bonus. But that also kind of takes grabbing every writ that's presented to you, every deed, and people don't do that either, so. They don't play arena, they don't do certain things, they don't. Oh, he had to summon. Oh, let's see what y'all are saying. Broke back Spire. Crimson says, I'm almost done with all of my class weapons. Only got like 5 more to go. Nice. The best time to do that is during the Vault event, because you can use Ironhawk. All you have to do is set the class. You don't have to use your hero. For some reason, it still counts. So you're not wasting any time. You see what I mean? That's a perfect example there, Crimson Fury. If you're getting your class weapons, instead of wasting time doing it outside of the Vault event, you could do it inside the Vault event. Equip whatever class you need the class weapon for while you're doing Ironhawk, and it still counts. If you're not losing any time, you're not setting yourself back any. Class doesn't matter when you're using Ironhawk. You're not even using your hero, but just because it says that class above your team name, it still counts towards your victories. Now you're doing what you're going to do anyway and getting the class weapons. Instead of getting the class weapons outside of the Vault event, wasting time, because you could be doing something else. You could be doing something else. You can't just specifically only get class weapons. It's a waste of time. You want to do that while you're doing the Vault too. Because for some reason it counts towards your counter, even if you're not using your hero. And you can just Ironhawk all day and all night doing what you were going to do anyway, and get the class weapons. That's a perfect example of what I was trying to describe. I'm pretty behind on classes too, Allie, but I don't feel like it matters too much. The difference between having every class to 100 and not having every class to 100 is like a little bit of percent of tribute chance and like a couple thousand gold every day, and you know, it's not that big of a deal. You want to have all 100. But if you actually looked at the different, like a person that has all their classes to 100 and then a person that doesn't have all their classes to 100, and you take like, what's the difference between these two accounts? It's very small, very small. The person with all the classes to 100 has like a 0.25% extra tribute chance in a couple kingdoms than you. But it's also a big weight off your shoulders, and it's definitely a plus. You don't have to worry about it anymore. But it's something you're doing alongside of everything else. You're not really wasting time doing it. So that person probably wasted a bunch of time getting their classes to 100 while you did not. So they got their tiny percent of tribute. You're comparing the two accounts, right? So this account doesn't have all their classes to 100. They only have like the good ones. They're slowly leveling up all the bad ones while they do other things. They're never wasting time doing classes. The other one, they have all their classes at 100, right? They got their tiny percent of tribute, their tiny percent of extra reward, and their little bit of extra gold every day or whatever. It's very small. But they wasted all of that time leveling those classes, while you did not. So that's the plus on the one side. They got their tiny percent of tribute, their tiny percent of gold, their tiny percent of extra reward or whatever. They don't have to worry about it anymore. That's the pluses of that. The pluses on the other side are, we didn't waste our time doing that. We were doing other things. We were getting like whatever else. We're getting something else. We're not getting nothing. They're not getting something that we're not. We're getting something else. We're doing something else. We're getting something else. So we're not like not getting what they're getting. They're wasting time doing that, okay, to get their tribute and their whatever, their little stuff. It's not like we're not doing something. We're doing something else, but not that, which I feel is a waste of time. To just specifically get classes to 100. That's a waste of time, my opinion. But you know, it's a thing you can do after you do everything else. It could be your thing that you're doing for your account. Depends emoji. After you do everything else, though. I would never tell you go level your classes before you open all your vault keys, or before you do your 3 underworlds, or before you do your 3 arenas, or before you get to PvP tier 1, before you get your event all the way done in your guild, before you do your event of the day, before you do the holiday event, your adventure board, the dungeon. There's a billion things to do first, but if you get all of that stuff done, then you can spend time getting your classes to 100. But most people probably just, I don't know. But it's a waste of time, in my opinion, but it is what it is. I don't feel like I feel fine with what I've got. And I didn't do that. I have every single troop in the game for free. I have plenty of stats. I'm in a top guild. I don't feel like I'm missing something because I didn't level all my classes to 100. I feel like I'm gaining time, and I didn't waste time. Feels more like a gain than a loss that I don't have them to 100. Yeah, definitely, but for adventure board, for dungeon, for pets, for vault keys, pick a class, especially one that's about to get you something, if you get it to a certain level. Like, go around and look at all your kingdoms. Pick a class that's going to give you something when you get it to 80, to 100. It'll get you that next power level, but do it alongside of other things. You're doing your adventure board, you're doing your dungeon, you're doing your pet, you're doing your vault keys. You're not just sitting there blowing through Explorer 1, leveling the class. That's a waste of time. Unless it's a really good class, like Elementalist. If it's War Priest or Knight, like, think about, once again, think about what you're actually getting for all that time investment. Now you have Knight at 100, baby. Now you got a 0.25% chance in Sword's Edge to get a tribute, baby. But you wasted hours of your time to do that. It's what you got, your return on your investment of time. How long did it take you to get those deeds? How long did it take you to get those minion orbs? Versus, like, the thing you're going to get for spending them. Make sure it's something good. If you spend hours of your life getting a class to 100, make sure it's worth it. Because the difference between one person having Knight at 100 and a person not having Knight at 100 is very, very small and not worth hours and hours and hours of your time. Because to go from 0 to 100 in a class takes hours of your life. And the reward is very, very small for having that done. Especially if you can't make it to 30 in that kingdom anyway. Because anything between 20 and 30 is really not worth it. Might as well take your time, because you can't get to 30 anyway. Might as well take your time and do it alongside of everything else that you're going to do anyway. Because you're not going to make it to 30, to the soft cap, to the thing that actually matters anyway. So, until you can get there, what's the point? Might as well do it slow. Because right now, once you get all your classes to 100, you're no longer getting class experience when you use a class. It's one thing in the game that you can you'll continue to get it, but it won't give you anything for it. So you might as well do it slow and steady instead of wasting time, wasting hours of your life. But it's one of those things. It's just like the leveling the kingdom. You can't undo it, so feels bad, man. It's like the journey troop. You tell somebody don't fully ascend it as soon as you can because you're gonna want multiples, and they're like, "Oops, I already did." It's like, well, that's something you can't undo. It sucks, but there's some things you can't undo. You already did it, so it is what it is. But if you ever start a new account, if you ever give someone else advice, you can always give them the advice, though. You can always know the right way to do things and tell other people, or if you start over, you can do it the right way the next time. Or it doesn't have to be like, oh man, it doesn't have to be like a thing you get mad about. It's like, oh, next time I'm gonna do it that way. Because I could do all the stuff right now. So I feel like my advice is more, I don't know. Like, I didn't already do it to where it's done and I can't undo it. And then I'm saying that's the right way to do it because I already did it and I can't undo it. I can stay the way I am right now, or I could go do all the things right now. I can go both ways. So the advice I'm given, I feel, is more reliable because I could still do the thing. You can't undo the thing. So if a person already did it, they gotta die on that hill. I can still do it. So I know, like, horse in the race. There's nothing I can't undo because I haven't done it yet. Crimson says, I'm actually leveling up my Slayer class right now for my next mythic weapon, and then I go to the one right after Slayer. Slayer's a good one. It's really good with Zul'Goth. It's a good Fireblade class. You should get that one to 100. It's the second best fire class in the game next to Sunspear. So that's a good one to level. The deeds and deed books make my brain hurt when I think about how many of them I need per kingdom per color. I know, man. That's why I'm not, like, super excited to go spend them. That's the biggest, whatchamacallit in the game. Bottleneck. When something's the biggest bottleneck in the game, you should hold them tightly to your chest and not spend them. They're not giving them out very easily. So you shouldn't spend them very easily. Just like gems. They're not giving out gems to everybody every day for, well, willy-nilly. So you don't want to spend them. The harder it is to get something, the more thought you should put into spending them or not. Because it's going to be hard to get them back. And once you spend them, they're gone. So the harder something is to get in this game, the longer you should think about it before you spend that resource. The more careful you should be with that resource. Like, as far as ingots go and diamonds go, and I don't have to be careful with that crap at all. I can just throw them at a stripper, because I don't need them anymore. If you got Diamantina, you probably don't need Dragonite. You could throw it at a stripper. But, like, gems and deeds, you got to hold that, and you got to put it in your pocket and not take it out. Don't spend it on anything, because they're not giving them back to you once you do. And they're not making it easy to get more of them. So you want to hold all of them until you have a really good reason. And that applies to your time as well. They got so much going on in this game. You only got so much time. Consider your time like your gems and your deeds. Should I be doing this right now? I don't have all the time in the world. My time is precious. I might want to, like, spend my time on very important things. They're robbing you of your time every day now. You got to make sure everything you do is actually worth it. Got to know what I'm doing right now is worth it. I'm doing vault keys. Or no, I'm doing I'm doing Amanithrax. I'm trying to get it all the way done. I was doing vault keys. This is an event that ends today. I have to do it to get all rewards. I'm doing it. It's something I have to do. I would, like, if you're spending all day doing the Underspire when you're only going to, like, boss 3 or boss 5 or something, that might be a waste of time. If you're still doing PvP when you already got to tier 1, but you don't have Amanithrax done, you still have a mountain of vault keys, that's wasting time. You're doing something you shouldn't be doing. You can definitely waste time and play the game wrong. Somebody right now could be doing PvP when they already got to tier 1, and they could have a mountain of vault keys. They could have a Amanithrax not done. Their guild could be not done with a journey. Now you're doing the wrong thing. You can play the game wrong. It's kind of hard, but you can play the game wrong. Just like the Gems of Chore video. Just do things that are ending the soonest. If there's something you can do for the rest, like Underspire, you can do for the rest of your life. Can't do this specific Underspire, but Amanithrax isn't going to be there tomorrow. The Journey event's not going to be there tomorrow. The Holiday event's not going to be there tomorrow. Those things are more important right now. Well, I think that's enough ranting and raving for today. I'll catch up in the chat. Now's the time if you want to ask some questions or see something on the screen. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and end it. Next live stream is Wednesday, 10 a.m. EST. It's the last live stream of August. Let's finish August strong. It's kind of how I judge my channel month to month. And August is coming to an end. Wednesday, Thursday. Getting a new mythic coming soon. Spoiler video's already out. Please go watch that thing. I think I was the first person to ever do spoiler videos. So if you watch somebody else's spoiler video, they came after me. They pretty much copied me. I know it's hard to say, like, you know, it's hard to say somebody's copying you and it's something you would do as a Gems of War channel. You do spoilers, you do team videos for certain events, but they weren't doing it before they saw me doing it. So I could, you know what I mean? I don't know. Their whole channel is based on seeing me do it and then copying my template and then taking things slowly and adding them to their channel that I'm doing. You don't see them coming up with any bright ideas of their own. So if you're over there riding in that car that they stole from me, it's kind of annoying, but it's what it is what it is. If the numbers get low enough one day, I'll just quit playing the game. You all, never mind. Other people can have the stealing guy. I'll just go do something else. Crimson Fury says, I then got Stormcaller, Tidecaller, and something else. I'm right at the end. Only got 5 more weapons to go. Nice. Allie says, I'm class loving during the stream too, so I don't have to think. Yeah, as long as you're doing something else, I feel it. Crimson says, Explorer level 1 will level your class fast. I'm way behind, sorry. I'm gonna read every single chat though. You never have to take my advice, by the way. It's just advice. You retracted your message? What song was it? What I meant to say is I just got into getting blue stars on my kingdom power levels. Yeah, there's like a spectrum. Some people don't care enough about their kingdom level and power. Some people care way too much about it. You got to go somewhere in the middle. Care about soft caps. There's been a big correction in this game over the years. 3-4 years ago, people didn't care enough about their kingdom level and power, and they weren't getting their stats. You know, I put out a video about how to get stats, and then in the last year or two, everybody's caring way too much about it, spending way too much time on it, and they're not just getting soft caps. They're going and getting, like, little crappy power levels that don't matter, and not waiting to get soft caps. The first, like, the early ones you should get, because they're easy to get, and it's not going to take from you something you can't get back easily. The level 5, the level 10, definitely get those. But once you get past 10, you get to, like, especially past 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, those, not going to make a big difference. Shared resources. You can't get them back. Hard to get resources. Be careful. It's like after 20 where it's the, you got to be careful, Vil. Before 20, you're not using things that are super hard to get back. And there's 5, 10, 20. They're like back-to-back-to-back soft caps. So people kind of get lulled into that, oh, I got to get my power levels because 5, 10, 20, they're like back to back to back. You get stats. But after 20, you got to go all the way to 30, and you got to spend tons of resources to get there, and you're probably not going to make it. So to get to 21 or 22 or 23 is not as important as getting to, 7, 8, 9, or 16, 17, 18. Because it's easier to get to 20, it's easier to get to 10. It gives you a stat. I don't know, maybe somebody out there understands what I'm saying, and I'll save somebody some grief. Crimson says, we definitely don't want to throw anything down the toilet, but last we have to go sit on the throne. Welcome back, Bomber Man. Crimson says, hey, Bomb, I just got 2 energy drinks the other day for $5, and they're called C4. You got a energy drink company, Chad? Sane says, just like bounty event. Allie says, shamefully, I have some that aren't 250. I only waste that time here. Only thing I have are the class and vault keys. Done all my chores. There you go. So it's your own thing you're doing after everything else. That's perfectly fine. If you're going to play the game for a certain amount of time a day and you have time to do it, do whatever you want, you know? I just don't want people out there like logging into the game and then immediately starting to level classes on Explore 1 when they have a billion other things they could do first. If you know what you're doing, then that's something you could do after you get all your normal stuff done for the day. Crimson says, I'm going to use Ironhawk, Sinnycool. Yeah. Equip that class, even though you're not using your hero, it still counts. And you're going to be blowing through battles so fast with Ironhawk, you're going to get all those class weapons in one vault event. Sane says, I take my time too, no rushing things. It's just like, what did you get for that time investment if you waste time doing something? Make sure you're getting something good and not something tiny. Crimson says, when you work on classes going towards getting all of the mythic weapons and go from the front all the way to the end, you're actually achieving a goal, and that's exactly what I'm doing. As long as you don't have anything else more important to do, that's good. Ruhan got Dawnbringer. Nice job. Congratulations. That's a major achievement in the game, and you got it done, baby. Supernova says there's actually no point in leveling kingdoms because even veterans of 7 years still haven't maxed their kingdoms. That's some advice for the newer players. Exactly. It's like a, what's it called where you're, it's like a dog chasing a car. You're never going to catch the car. Arrow, Stormforge. Tim says like marriage, yeah. He's been married twice, can't undo it. Crimson says, lady, maybe you could help me set up that Ironhawk team. Everything in the game takes forever, or all going to be old as F when we get done playing Gems of War. Yep. It's like literally impossible to get all your kingdoms to 30, so you might as well try to get 1 or 2 there instead of like going and spreading your butt cheeks on all of them. Allie says, I'm old already. All I have is time. Supernova says, I'm married only once and never again. Sane says, I don't have time for Underspire. I don't have gems for it. I wish I had gems for it, because I would go get all those orbs. It's definitely worth doing if you have the gems. Crimson says, yeah, I'm actually in Underspire looking for the 3rd boss. And I'm not buying anything from the stores, and I'm not buying lanterns. Good job. Though the 3rd boss is kind of crappy, and if you can't make it to the 4th boss, you might want to, you know, you're not going to get much from that 3rd boss. So make sure you can make it to the 4th boss if you're going to go to the 3rd. Tim says, I ditched that car a long time ago. You know, we roll together. All right, dude. See, I know you're an upstanding person with morals now. I don't know about, like, the general community. I know some of y'all are upstanding, moral citizens. You don't just, like, ride around with the robber. Crimson says, this is a joke. This is not towards anybody. I seen 2 fat guys getting out of a little bitty car, and I looked again, and it looked like 2 marshmallows smuggling out of a Hot Wheel. Cindy's talking about strippers. I've been to many clubs, dished out a lot of ones, and I've made it rain. From the window to the wall, Crimson. Joshua says, hi all. What should we get after grabbing the armor? Pet, golden pet, and legendary for Festival of Feathers. Yeah, I do the armor first because you can never get it again. But there's definitely a rebuttal to that saying the armor gives you nothing. So it depends. But I'm going to get the armor, the pet, the golden pet, and the legendary no matter what, right? I already know this. So I get the armor first, just in case. I hit the lottery and I stopped playing Gems of War for a couple weeks. And the armor's never going to come back. The golden pet's going to be really hard to get. And you have to get the other pet to get to the golden pet. The legendary is going to be the easiest thing to get after the festival is over. You'll get it pretty easily in a month or two, if you have patience. The impatient people will get the legendary first, and then they'll get the... Yeah, but... My strategy is armor, pet, golden pet, then legendary, like you said. But I like the rebuttal. I never say I'm 100%. I like the arguments of, you know, the armor doesn't give you anything. So if you don't have the time or the gems, you could skip the armor. But you're never going to get it. Like, you'll never be able to get that armor. But it also doesn't really give you anything. It's just a cosmetic. Crimson says, what do y'all call a nurse with dirty knees? Chad doesn't even like energy drinks. Well, if you start an energy drink company, then you won't dip into your own stash then, right? You'll make more money. The head nurse. Joshua says, I think most people already have most or all class weapons by the time they get to Hawks. That's true. So, you could do the Rowan team, though, also, while you do Vault event. If you don't have Ironhawk, then you're probably using Rowan. Then a good time to level classes would be during the Vault event, because you're doing that anyway. For Vault keys. Garth George is here. What would you suggest for class if I'm using Mountain Crusher, Tesla, Queen Beatrix, and Leprechaun? So you got brown, you got blue, you got a lot of blue there. I mean, green or blue, I would probably go with Archer. Archer or Titan. Yeah. I'd say Archer or Titan. Archer has a 50% start. It has a green storm. It has like an instant kill mechanic. Titan's just always good. It has a brown storm. It'll help your Mountain Crusher out a little bit. Even though Mountain Crusher already has its own brown storm, but you got to cast it to get it. So you'll get a faster start. And you'll have the barrier when matching brown. I'd say Titan or Archer. Yeah, Titan's pretty good. Sentinel doesn't have a 50% start. But Titan, usually, if you're using Sentinel, you could probably just use Titan. Crimson says, what a name, Garth George. I thought it was Garth Brooks. I thought it was Wayne and Garth. Yeah, Elementalist is good too. It depends what you're doing. Elementalist is more used for harder content or PvP. Because it's not fast. It's just good at not dying. So if you're just trying to go fast, like get something done quickly, Titan's probably a better choice, or Archer. Elementalist is a better choice when you're doing PvP or Guild Wars or something super difficult. Alright, y'all. Any more questions? Party on, Wayne. What's the best team for no death level? Ooh, that's a good question. Because I haven't even done that yet. Let's go see. Probably a loopy team. Let's go check it out. Thanks for asking. You guys can make the stream longer just by asking questions. You could throw me softballs if you want. I won't get mad. Somebody out there might have the same question and they're too shy to ask. And they're lurking. Or they're watching after. So I can do 260 and... Alright, let's see. You have so much access to loopers. I would just loop it. Don't give them a turn. But yeah, let's see. Deathless. Some sort of High King Iron Gut team can work. Put him in first slot. Devour quickly. Now he has a ton of HP and armor and attack. So CT High King Iron Gut would be okay, like we were using anyway. Can probably get it done deathless. You just got to get that first Devour off. So High King Iron Gut with the threx. It's probably the way like super high level people are going to go because it's a little bit faster than looping them to death. So if you're high level and you have everything, I would do High King Iron Gut CT, deathless. If you don't have one of those two, you got green, you got brown. You could do Chalcedony. You could do Gob Truffle. You could do Gob Truffle is like a literal infinite loop. Whenever I say something's infinite, an infinite loop, I mean it will loop until the battle is over, most likely. I don't mean it will loop until the cows come home, until the earth is gone and we all go to heaven. I don't mean that. Like, if the battle's over, the looping's over, it went until the end. It's infinite. But Gob Truffle's literally infinite. You just do Forest Troll, Gob Truffle, Doomed Glaive, or Doomed Club, or Boreal Crystal, or something like that. And it will definitely get the job done. It might take a while. People get irritated because it takes a while, but it'll get the job done. It's better than like trying and losing and trying and losing and trying and losing. Sometimes it's actually faster to use something slow. You ever heard of the tortoise and the hare? Like, they made that book for a reason. Because it's the truth sometimes. Your super duper fast team could lose 3, 4, 5 times in a row, while your super safe team wins the first time. So Doomed Glaive. If I was going to make a team for success rate that every single person could get deathless done, I would do this one. Class, you make Titan or Warden. Warden would be if like the enemy has like let's just do Warden. Cause you got whatchamacallit? Banishment. You can dispel, submerge. So you don't have to worry about them submerging and all that crap. We got the right banner, double green, blue's fine. Or no, that's bad. We want like something like slime. And I'm only on level 260, but I'll show you like the enemy never gets a turn, so it doesn't matter. This would be exactly the same thing as if I was on level 8 billion, because the enemy's not going to get a turn. Or at least they won't do damage to me. How about that? So I'm going to take brown or blue. Right? The enemy didn't do any damage to me, right? So it doesn't matter whether they're level 8,000, whether we're on level 8 million. It doesn't matter, right? If the enemy never gets a turn, it doesn't matter what level they are. Okay? They got one turn, they did nothing. Gob Truffle. Look at your board. You gotta look at your board. You can't just all willy-nilly it. Oh, we didn't loop there. You gotta get going. Alright, they hit me once, but they're entangled. That's part of the plan. They're entangled. They're not gonna hit me with skulls. Let's see. We gotta get them back up. They're entangled. Once we get it going. Still my turn. Still my turn. Still my turn. And they're dead. Like, I could have went forever at some point. I don't think anybody's like, oh, it takes 2 or 3 turns to infinitely loop for the rest of my life. I don't think anybody's saying that. So if they were level 8 million, maybe they would have hit me with those. They were entangled, so they couldn't have hit me with those skulls anyway. See how it entangles them at the beginning of the battle? Skulls don't matter. Alright, let's go this time. Let's see if we can infinite loop this time. My turn still. My turn still. Still my turn. Still my turn. Still my turn. Still my turn. It is still my turn. Oh, it's still my turn. Oh, it's still my turn. It's still my turn. And I win. So it doesn't matter like what level they are. It's kind of like the people that were complaining during the Captain McCall week with the Epic Trial. He instant kills and they give them to you, and the enemy submerges themselves. Everybody can do it. Even if you don't have Captain McCall, they give you one. A level 1 Captain McCall can instant kill a submerged enemy. This is the same thing. Doesn't matter how low your stats are, and it doesn't matter how high their stats are if they never get a turn, and it's your turn the whole time. You can have no stats, and they can have all the stats, and it still doesn't matter, because you're going to keep going and going and going and going, and it doesn't matter level 500, level 300, level 8 million, it doesn't matter. The only thing people... You might cast your glaive. You can do that wrong. Don't cast the glaive. Unless it's a very specific situation. Take other extra turns off the board. Don't get into like a blind groove of casting gob truffles and forest trolls. If you start losing somehow, you're doing something wrong. We take brown or blue. We got like a blue banner, so I'm going to take blue. Get up the forest troll. They got their one little turn, but they're entangled. And here we go. It's going to be our turn for the rest of the time. The enemy could have a billion stats, and it wouldn't matter, because they're never going to get to use them. I could have 1 stat or 0 stats, and I would still win. It is never going to be their turn. See, like right here, you could take this red off the board. Make your board more green and more brown. See, we got a couple extra green up there for doing that. Now we're more likely to loop. Just got to pay attention. They've had 1 turn, and that's because it was the second turn of the battle. And they're dead again, and this isn't level 50 or anything. It's level 260, 270. It would look exactly the same, except for take twice as long. So that's what I would tell. Everybody can get Deathless done with this team. And you don't even have to... This guy doesn't have to be fully traded. He doesn't have to be leveled or anything. All you need is its spell. That's it. Same with this guy. It'd be nice to have him traded, but you don't have to. All you need is a spell. He can be level 1 with no traits. You don't have to have the Doomed Glaive. You watched me not cast it at all. You can use the Doomed Club. You can use a Boreal Crystal. You can use Wand of Stars. You can use whatever you got. It's fine. The loopy part is these right here. This is just extra and is the best. If you have this, you should use it. It entangles the first enemy. That's the best part about it. And then it turns brown to Doomskull. You're making a bunch of brown. You can make the battles faster. If you get annoyed because it takes so long, well, you can cast your glaive at the end of battles to finish them off quicker. Just be careful doing that, because you could end your turn, and they could backfire you with skulls. Yeah, and Great Maul and CT is good too. If you don't have High King Iron Gut, I like Great Maul as a High King Iron Gut replacement. Garth says, one more question. What would be a good replacement for Mountain Crusher? The one that I always think about is that, what's that book? The purple and brown book, the Umbral Tome, or the... I always forget what it's called. I think it's a Hellcrag weapon. It's coming through next week if you don't have it. which is super topical. Right there, Obsidian Libram is pretty similar to the Mountain Crusher. Just higher mana cost. It uses purple, though, too, which kind of makes up for the higher mana cost. It enchants itself. And it don't have the Brown Storm. So it's slightly different, but kind of a good, suitable replacement for Mountain Crusher would be Obsidian Libram. You can get it next week in the Soul Forge. So if you don't have it, you can get it tomorrow. Or Reflection of Good, or Essence of Evil. Those are always good ones instead of Mountain Crusher, depending on the color of your team. You don't want to block your team. You don't want to have like an all-green team and use Essence of Evil. You don't want to have an all-purple team and use Reflection of Good. You're trying to get them up. You're not trying to block them. Joshua says CT is good with a Summoner. CT in second with Mana Generator, troops, and just summon something wherever the first troop dies. Worked for me up to 500. Great Maul and CT try to devour something right away. Yep. I like that strat. It's never a good idea to nilly your willy, says Hunters. What up, Hunters? Supernova says I have an infinite loop team with Yasmin's Chosen for infinite entangle. That's cool. I've always been like wondering if she would have an infinite loop. You always thought, you know, she makes 10. That's borderline. Don't she make more if they're entangled or something? She can get like 14 maybe. Yeah, you can use Chalcedony, you can use Secra, you can use Todd, you can use Huntmaster Arboreus if you don't want to do the Gob Truffle thing. Those are all perfectly fine too, and probably will get a Deathless Stun on 500. Party on, Wayne, party on, Garth. The Fruit Loopers. Robert says, what if I don't have the Doomed Glaive? Any good alternative weapon? Doomed Club, Arboreal Crystal, just Mountain Crusher, Wand of Stars, Obsidian Libram. How do cowboys count their cows? They use a calculator. Dad jokes, baby! Joshua says I like a Boreal for the summon and give the team some good status condition. And a Green Storm. If you're using a green team. Yeah, Garth, the book's decent. I like Mountain Crusher better, but some people, they always say that book whenever I say Mountain Crusher. It also uses purple, so you can take, if you have an explosion at the start of battle or you can't find any brown, you can match purple too, so. And it has a summon, in case you lose a troop. True damage is awesome, especially enemies that hit all with true damage. Tina is great. It's a top 10 mythic. Queen Beatrix is awesome. It's a top 10 legendary. Nice, Ruhan. Good job. So you got a Dawnbringer and you got Amanithrax done. That's amazing. You ask advice, I give it, and you get it done. It makes me feel good. For ya. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. Like, share, subscribe. Consider joining. Helps a lot. Tell your good about the channel. Comment below. And I'll see y'all next time, which is tomorrow morning at, you know, butt crack of dawn for the team video, for the World Event team video. Thanks for joining me today. Clip Bomb, Chad, Ruhan, Garth, George, Robert Balazzi, Joshua, Crimson Fury. We got Robert, we got Crimson, we got Joshua, we got Supernova, Hunter's Hybrid Media, Ruhan, Lady Alfred Sane, Garth George, Livewire, Crimson, U7 Tim. We got Chad, we got Supernova, we got Crimson, we got Ali Bandy. Thank you for the gems, Ali. Crimson, Ali, Supernova, Chad, Captain Sue with all those teams today. Thank you, Captain Sue. Livewire, Arrow, Stormforge, Doc Navy, who joined up today. We must pray for the new center. He is now one with the choir, so we must pray. Pizza time. Pizza time. Mike Weiss, F. Lee, Florian, Mike D, Tyrion Shark. We got Chad. We got Pizza Time. We got Florian. We got Laura Grimes, Mike D with the 5. Thank you so much, man. Kelly, I love you. Laura, Lady Alfred, Mr. Grumpy TV, Trey Buff, Chad with the 2, baby. And the 27 months of membership there. Trey gifted a membership. It went to Anya, that's so perfect. Tyrion, Florian, Allie, and I can't go back any further, but yeah, you guys are awesome. Appreciate it. I will see ya tomorrow. Have a great day. You're the best. Peace out.